Good afternoon, everybody. Doug Jenkins from the Findlay Hancock County Chamber of Commerce. We are live Monday talking about member anniversaries. Amber Morris from Briar Hill Health Campus joining us this afternoon. Amber, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me, Doug.
Good to have you on. Good to have you as 5-year members here of the Findlay Hancock County Chamber of Commerce. Let's get people up to speed with Briar Hill first and foremost and just tell everybody a little bit about everything that you do.
Here at Briar Hill, we are a skilled nursing facility and assisted living. So we provide care for our senior living residents. So everything from independent living, assisted living, memory care, short-term rehab, a little bit of outpatient therapy as well. So a little bit of everything.
That covers quite a range of things, and of course, when you do that, and you're dealing with a senior population like that, you have to have skilled employees and people who really like to deal with people. What's it been like to work with a group? And I know Stephanie helped arrange this. We can even give Stephanie a thumbs up, Stephanie Walters. But certainly, it's a good group of people to work with and a good team that you have there.
Absolutely. It takes servant leadership every day to care for these people. Our staff here are amazing. You have to have that servant heart to care for the elderly. You have to truly have a passion for this job to care for these people. It is hard work day in and day out. It is 24/7, 365. It is not like any other industry where if people don't come to work, we can't shut down a line. You can't just not seat that section of a restaurant. It is 24/7. It is every day.
Well, and not only that, I mean, certainly we all went through the ringer in 2020 and 2021, but your industry especially, that was a very difficult time. What's it been like coming out of that and back to a more normal world?
It was a ride. It was a ride for sure. There was such a stigma after COVID, and we lost a lot of great healthcare workers during that time. So building back has been the journey. Finding people who really still have that passion for healthcare, people who still want to give care and care for others. And so Trilogy and Briar Hill, being part of that company, has really been on a mission to find ways to provide care and to make sure that we have people in place to provide care for our residents. And so we've been doing a lot of really cool programs to make that happen.
That's really interesting. And like you said, you already kind of went over what it takes to be on the team there and the type of people that are on the team there. But it feels like you can train an entirely new generation of employees for this now, just coming out of high school, maybe just coming out of college, that type of thing, and really mold them in maybe the new way things that are being done. That has to be an exciting thing right now.
It is really exciting because we are able to create our own, that new generation, like you said, coming out of high school. We provide a lot of opportunities for these kids who maybe aren't sure what they want to do. We have the opportunity here to bring them in young, and maybe they don't want to have that debt, in college.
Right.
They're not sure what they want to do. We have a lot of programs here where they can come in while they work with us, take some college classes where, maybe we're paying 100% of that college education in the beginning, or 75% of that college education while they're working for us, helping care for the elderly while they're still trying to figure out what they want to do. So they're having a purposeful job, but they're still getting that benefit of learning what they want to do.
And they can check out the all-new facility up in Bowling Green as well, which I know Stephanie has been working on, and that's been a project that's taken a little bit, but it's really getting there for you now.
Yeah, so the BG campus is definitely on its way. So they still aren't full capacity yet. Sounds like they're still waiting on some surveys to happen before they're fully up and running. But we are excited to have a new campus to our Wood County family to join us. So we, being part of that Trilogy family, we get to work together. And it is nice to have those sister campuses close by to support each other.
Amber, I always like to talk about the amenities in senior living facilities because it's just crazy what it is compared to like when my grandparents were in senior living facilities. That's I remember when I was very early in my radio career, I did a live remote from a senior living facility, and I joked, I was like, "Hey, we're going to need high speed internet when my generation gets older, because we're all going to be playing Xbox against each other or something like that." And they're like, "Yeah, no, we already have that," and like that's just. It's not only the amenities, but the community feeling too. And when you can combine those two, you've got a pretty successful program, I would imagine.
Yeah, so I actually just returned from our spring meeting with Trilogy Health Services, and that was a hot topic. Was that baby boomer generation and how we're going to meet their needs, and
Mhm.
that the technology that we need to make sure that we're keeping up with the incoming generations, because it's not like 20 years ago when
Yeah.
I started working in healthcare as a nurse aide. And each generation, we need to keep up with what they need. So, everything from making sure we have more outlets in the rooms because 10 years ago, we didn't have iPads and cell phones and, all the things that these residents need to keep in touch with their loved ones. We've got residents who have, the newest, latest Alexas in their room so they can communicate with their loved ones from far away. So it's amazing, how much they're able to keep in touch with their loved ones, where they can't be right here close by. It's some of the coolest things that we get to do. We have a program called Life Loop, which is a
Okay.
program which is set up on the TVs in every one of the residents' rooms. So all they got to do is push a button and they get to see what's going on in the facility for the day, the
Oh,
activities, the menu. The families we're working, it's a new program for us, but eventually the families will be able to send communications back and forth with the residents, pictures, and we can send communications out to the families as well.
mhm.
Like, hey, look what mom or dad or grandma was up to today. So it's just another way keeping up with technology and ways that we can communicate with their families.
That's really cool. So, if people want to learn more about Briar Hill or Trilogy in and of itself, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Checking out our websites for sure. So Briar Hill, search us on Facebook. Everybody's on social media. So we're on all the different platforms. We love it when people get out there and like our Facebook page. We're always showing off what we love to do. Stephanie, she's out there taking all the great pictures. So, and then, come out and check out our facility. We're always having fantastic events. Doug's always sometimes out there promoting us to have you guys out to the campus.
Well, we would love to do that, and we appreciate the invite. We appreciate you being members for 5 years here and look forward to the next 5. Thanks for everything that you do.
Oh, thank you so much, Jed.
And we are going to be quite busy on the Facebook page this week. Of course, Michelle Ladd posting all sorts of great information about things going on with the chamber, but we'll also be live from a couple of ribbon cuttings as well later this week. And of course, member anniversaries, meet our new members. There's a lot going on this week, so make sure you hit subscribe. For Amber, I'm Doug Jenkins. Have a great afternoon, everybody.